Okay, so we've done some quite simple things in Access 2007 at the moment, the database. We're going to ramp up the complexity now. This one's going to be for Alex, I think, this tutorial. We're going to look at how we can filter data. We looked how we could search data, so we could find it using the search box at the bottom of the table. So notice I've got the table here open, by the way. So we're going to use the search box at the bottom, and we also used it using the find option. But it still, if we notice, if we look at this, if we look for Slater, it still just keeps all the other data around it. Makes it difficult to really focus our attention on the data that we're concerned about. Let's filter out all the stuff that we're not interested in. The way we do that, I've got the text selected there that I want to select and filter out for. Notice there's a sort of a funnel, a filter type icon there with a thunderbolt. It's like a live filter option. We can then say we can select the filter using 4 options: whether it equals what we've selected, whether it doesn't equal what we've selected, so we don't see those things, whether it just has that selection in there, and whether it doesn't have that thing in there. In this case, what I want to do is just select the ones that have got the data that I've selected. So I'm going to click on that. Notice now we're only looking at the 2 records in the data table that has the word Slater in the surname field. We haven't deleted anything. Look, if I just take that filter off by clicking this button here, it's all back in there, nothing deleted. We're just selecting to view those 2 records. Notice that I wonder if you saw that I toggled the filter off and on just by clicking that button there. You can also do it down at the bottom. There we go. Well, that's quite good, but at the moment we haven't saved that. We need to make sure that we keep that filter so that we can use it later on. Remember before we might have used this find duplicates. When you see the 2 little boxes there, that indicates that it's a query. How do we save our Slater, or the one that our selection filter in Access? Well, the way we do it is we click on this one, Advanced Filter Options. We go to Filter by Form, and that gives us how we've actually filtered the data out. Notice in this case we're saying the surname must equal Slater, the whatever's in the speech marks there. That's what Access has done for you. So you check on that, yeah, that looks okay. So I'm going to click on the button again, the advanced filters, and this time I'm going to select Save as Query. So we're going to save this as a query, and I'm going to give it a sensible file name. So all people with the surname Slater. Doesn't matter what you call it, just make it sure it's something that you'll know you can get to later on. When I press OK there, notice it appears on my list. It's got this important icon to indicate that it's a query, and it's got our nice file name, or the query name, to keep it easily accessible for later on. We can go back to that, taking the filter on, applying it. If I take it off again, we can close it down. Now, at this point, say no to saving the changes for the table, because that's what you're doing there, is trying to change that table here. If we double click this, you'll see here's just the query working straight away. So you don't need to go through looking at the table first of all. So that's a quick way of creating a very simple query. Open the table, select something, filter it, look at the form, save it. That's it. Bye bye now.